saw no one else the entire time? No big boss?
No, just the cute one with the beard.
The guy on line 1 calling from Mexico. He's demanding to talk to you.
Yeah. Let me get this straight. You want a ransom for Celia Hodes? Go yourself.
I'm pretty sure we can't say that on TV Guide. Captain Roy Till is an agent for the DEA. He's in hot pursuit of drug smugglers, and he never met an expletive, as you just heard, he didn't like. With me now, Jack Stehlin, who plays Roy Till on Showtime's hit series Weeds. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Chris.
What's up with the potty mouth, man?
Well, you know, they take me to the edge.
You're angry. Speaking of your anger, you lost your partner. We saw that, who was also your partner.
Yeah.
Your life partner.
That's right.
As I think the kids say. And so you're not only just looking for justice, now you're just angry, and it seems like you're looking for revenge. Is that fair?
Oh, absolutely. And in a big way. You know, they killed him in a vicious, terrible way. They skinned him alive. And
that seems horrible.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a nice way to go. I feel like that could hurt.
Right.
And they showed it, and it looked great. I mean, what a shot they got out of it.
The show is very graphic. I mean, from the sex scenes to everything, it doesn't. You know, that's one of the beauties, I guess, of being on Showtime.
Right. No, you can go right in there and get what it actually looks like, and somehow pull it off. I'm always amazed that we are able to draw the line somewhere between this really, you know, in some sense, harsh reality and make it funny. Now, that's just the genius of the writing. You know.
Mary Louise Parker is in a bit of a cliffhanger as well. We know that she basically saved her own life by saying she's pregnant to this drug lord who she has a relationship with, but also turned on in a way. Right. A lot of different stories going on right now.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to let the cat out of the bag. But, you know, the thing about the show that's so cool is it seems to grow in intensity over the years. You know, it just gets more and more in a way, courageous and dangerous at the same time. And so we keep going out to the edge. It starts out in the first year, well, she's a pot mom, and what's the worst can happen? The principal's going to find out, and you know. So now we're into Mexican cartel, and it's kind of a cool piece of timing in a way.
I was to say,
I shouldn't say cool because it's
but
horrible.
Timely, it's ripped from today's headlines of the cartel, and basically they're ruling these border towns, and you guys are kind of mimicking this, and kind of, I'm sure the writers are trying to kind of sketch that line as well.
I think so. I think that it's not an easy thing to do and not just be political or topical. So we've fallen into it, and yet the show, I think, as you'll see this year, really is personal and still within that topicality stays personal. And
you mentioned you can't let the cat out of the bag. This show does have that mystique of not really knowing what's to come, we were trying to figure out who the guests are. Like, I think Alanis Morissette is on, and you have some, we can't find anything on about this show.
They pride themselves in secrecy because I think if you look at the writing, you'll see that the thing that's so wonderful about the show are surprises. You know, they're constantly surprising people, and I think that's of great value to them. And so they guard it. And they sit in that writer's room, and I've told other people this. I think if they sit there and they come up with an idea that they think that there's any possibility that anyone else in the world has ever thought of it, it's out.
Scrap it.
Get out of here. It's not going to happen.
I'm sure you've talked about your family life ad nauseum, but it really is fascinating. Your great-grandfather, who was an Australian prize fighter, got your family into the circus at the turn of the century with P.T. Barnum and Ringling Brothers. And I mean, your mother was actually a part of a famous juggling act.
That's right.
Your dad was a professional ball player. A fascinating family life.
Thank you. I think so. You know, my circus background, I call my theater company Circus Theatricals and have for years, just in tribute to it. We confuse people often. It's like, do you teach tumbling?
Yeah, exactly.
And no, we teach acting, and we act. But I've always been so proud of it, you know, and they had legitimate acts. We used to talk about them that way. You know, there weren't trick acts.
Right.
My mother and my uncle passed 7 Indian clubs, and they were the center ring for the Ringling Show because of that achievement in their act. And that means that 3 clubs are in the air while 1 is in each hand, and it's continual. And I'll never forget, one of the fondest memories I have is my mother and my uncle passing Indian clubs at the 4th of July picnics we would have.
That's incredible.
And, you know, stuff like that. And then my uncle would be tumbling, and my cousins and I would be prize fighting on top of a picnic table. And, you know.
Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for sharing with the family. Pleasure. That is awesome. And by the way, congratulations. Weeds been picked up for 2 extra seasons. That doesn't happen in TV. And you can check out the season premiere of Weeds this Monday, June 8th, 10 p.m. Eastern on Showtime. And you can also pick up the complete season 4 of Weeds. It's available on DVD today. Coming up next, my co-host Paige Hemmis, who's in today, investigates the internet with comedian Daniel Tosh.